welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another Next Level Broadcasting presentation of Charlevoix High School basketball. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. The first broadcast of 2025. I cannot believe it. And boy, do we have a good one in front of us tonight, Eric. As I bring in my partners, Eric Huffman and Charles Strail up there running the camera behind me. We've got Charlevoix taking on probably their biggest rival outside of Boyne City, Traverse City St. Francis, here in the beautiful St. Francis Gymnasium. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, and fortunate for us over the holiday break, we've actually seen each team play over the break. Being able to see St. Francis having a nice game and end up with a nice win down in Aquinas' gym over the previous weekend over Adrian Madison. And then we just saw Charlevoix, real tough loss, but played nice scrappy ball with a tough loss against Glen Lake the other night.
Oh, yeah. 130 points scored between the two teams. Charlevoix lost in that one 68-62. We're going to send it down to our public address announcer as we have our prayer moment and national anthem. We'll be back in just a moment.
And welcome to Traverse City St. Francis High School for tonight's men's Gladiator basketball. Please join me as our Gladiators welcome our friends to the north, along with their coaches and fans, the Rayders of Charlevoix. Our athletes would like to show their commitment and support to sportsmanship. We understand this commitment to include respect, responsibility, and restraint. It is citizenship in action. We ask each of you to join us in making this a positive experience for everyone. Now we ask you to rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps to join us in our pregame invocation, followed by our national anthem.
In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here, be together to enjoy the game, the basketball game tonight. We actually look over these athletes, look over their families, help them to travel safe, help them to play well, and to give glory to God through their lives. We ask all these things we pray together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The privilege of this event was made possible and preserved by those who have fought and those who continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts and sacrifices. All veterans, we encourage you to surrender the appropriate salute. And everyone else, please place your hand over your heart as we proudly sing our national anthem.
And as we welcome you back in here, Shane Smith, Eric Huffman, Charles Strail, the three of us bringing this one to you live with our Martin Concrete pregame show as we get ready to get into our starting lineups, beginning with your hometown Charlevoix Raiders. First off, we've got number 0, Ryan Pearl. Number 1, Isaac Bentz. Number 2, Vitaly Collins. Number 3, Jack Terryberry. As well as number 4, Logan Watkins. Okay, so Jack Terryberry's not on the starting 5. We've had, there he is. Number 11, Jackson Krause. A little mix-up there at the scorer's table.
And Shane, for everybody tuning in now for the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators starting lineup. We do want to say, Shane, you're kind of the Charlevoix counterpart on this one. I get to act as the Traverse City St. Francis counterpart on this broadcast, so this should be fun.
Am I stuck in the middle?
Eric, you need to be Switzerland. You need to be Switzerland.
Okay,
so
appreciate it.
As the coach on the panel, you get to be right down the middle line, which is, I'd imagine, where you want to be as a coach because, you know, if somebody messes up, you can point it out. If somebody makes a great play, you can point it out.
Yeah, just us coaches sure love to be level-headed. Yeah.
So for the Gladiators, it would be Holscher, Shepard, Millward, Ryan, and Gorman, the 5 starters for the Gladiators here, coming off a big win over Adrian Madison where they made 8 3-pointers. That game was at Aquinas College last Saturday. They had a really good performance. I talked to head coach Sean Finnegan before the game. He says he would love to have the same type of offensive output and minimizing the amount of turnovers that they have so they can really be effective. He also mentioned that with the amount of ball handlers and guards that Charlevoix puts on the floor at one point in time, look to see if the Gladiators don't pick up full court with that type of pressure you're used to seeing for them.
All right. Thank you, Charles. We're going to get underway here. Isaac Bentz taking care of the tip-off duties for the Raiders, going up against Mr. Isaiah Millward for the Glads.
Be curious to see pace of play. Everybody talks strategy. Be curious to see how the game goes. If anybody wants to show some press, full court press, pick up the pace of play, try to wear people down, or if they're going to be content just playing half court.
All right, to beat that 6'5" frame of Millward here. And St. Francis has the ball to begin. It was Ryan, who's had some great three-pointers here in the last few games that we've called against with St. Francis.
Charlevoix and their help man like they have been all year.
There we go, an opening 3 by Mason Holscher. St. Francis starting off with a big shot here.
A little token pressure by the Glads as Charlevoix brings the ball up for their first possession.
Kraus gets that one off to Ryan Pearl as he works his way in. Dishes it back to Bentz. Now around to Kraus we go. Holscher started things off with the three-pointer. About 45 seconds into this game so far. Charlevoix looking to get something inside. Stuck on the perimeter so far. Vitaly Collins drives. Back to Bentz we go.
St. Francis bench keeping their 5 starters on the floor enthused with the clapping.
Kraus back to Collins for the opening 3. Just a little bit short there. Picked up by Millward.
Not a bad look.
Holscher taking it back down here. Looking, finds Ryan, gathers it up by his fingertips, working against Watkins.
Kind of setting it out by having almost like a 5 out. They're trying to send big men in through the paint once in a while to see if they can't get open.
Gorman pass to Millward, misses his first one and the second, gains the 3rd rebound, and finally gets it in.
Yeah, you got to commit yourself to putting a body on him and trying to get him out of position. It was a shoot till you make it type of rebounds.
So St. Francis begins here, minute 45 to go into the game, up 5-0. Pearl to Watkins at the top. Now around to Collins we go once again. Trying to find his way inside, spinning around, goes into lane, dishes it back over to Kraus. He'll try his hand on it, about 4 feet from the basket. Along the baseline, that was tipped by St. Francis, and Charlevoix will have possession still.
What we're seeing already, because we just saw Charlevoix play Glen Lake the other night, is they got a lot of backdoor cuts and driving into the paint to get easy buckets. And St. Francis, for the most part, communicating and trying to cut those backdoor drives off.
All right, we get the clock going once more. Kraus kicks up top to Bentz, and we've got a travel.
Yep. Pack his bags.
Yeah, there's a good TVC Cherry Capital Airport tie-in. We'll get to their live read in a minute, but all 3 of us here bringing to you this game have either already flown or will be flying out of TVC within the next 3 months. So, hey, it's the time to do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Fly out next Saturday.
That's right. I'll be going out the middle of the next month. Millward, a big heave up court there. Just a little bit too far for Luke Gorman to hang on to. So to go back the other way to Charlevoix.
Your right idea, just couldn't make that connection. Let's see what type of pressure St. Francis shows here. If they're going to look for the double teams or if they're just showing it to make them walk them down the court. You never know if they'll come back to that later and start jumping the trap.
St. Francis still holding the 5-0 lead. Kraus to Bentz. Broken up by Ryan all the way for 2.
Yeah, Ryan standing there almost like he was waiting for it and able to get a step in there and knock the ball away.
Kraus hanging on to things here once again. Back to Pearl. We've got Joe Gaffney here on the sideline getting ready to come in. Watkins drives all the way in, gets that knocked away by Luke Gorman. Another steal coming up here, though, for Collins. Bentz with the ball at the top.
A good job by Collins to keep his feet, make sure after you got possession not to go over and back.
Big heave to Watkins for a three, just off the mark. Now, he had some big shots against Glen Lake here earlier on this week.
Going to be Bentz with a push.
So a travel and a foul so far on Isaac Bentz, who I believe this is his first time this season on the starting lineup.
Yeah, I think we got Joe Gaffney's first action of the night coming off the bench. A little discombobulated here on the offensive end for the Raiders. I don't know if they're trying to go with their Glen Lake strategy, and they're looking to cut off those drives, see if they try to change things up next time.
Olsher to Ryan. 4:40 to go in the first period. 7-0 lead St. Francis has. Bounce pass inside. Millward gets that one tipped away. Foul coming up here on the Raiders. And that'll go against Ryan Pearl. That'll be his first, team second so far.
At the line for Gladiators, shooting 2, number 4, Isaiah Helmer.
Millward will be at the line for 2.
Miller, we called his name quite a bit down at Aquinas for that Adrian Madison game. He put in some good work that day.
That was a great game to watch.
Yeah.
And Eric right here made free throw, taking a TO right now if you're Charlevoix.
Yeah, good call. You have nothing on the offensive end right now. You've got to rethink and draw something up down here because you've had no continuity. Granted, you're not even quite 4 minutes in, but no continuity on your offense, and you're giving up the inside shot, although you've given up a 3 also. You've got 2 twos, and now you've given up 2 free throws from being in the paint, too.
And so far, Millward doing a good job, and St. Francis has been going to him early and often, trying to get the big guy established. He's got 4 points total, 1 field goal, 2 made free throws. So he's getting touches early in this game. You can tell it's a concerted effort to try to use their height inside to their advantage.
And granted, Kraus is athletic and is a good defender and will get you a block once in a while. And you've got Ryan Pearl, a good wide body, played really well against Clermont and Glen Lake the other night. But again, if they're getting St. Francis is going to get it to their bigs and bang it inside and get in foul trouble for Charlevoix, it could hurt, but they have a short bench.
Charlevoix has it back. 4:30 to go in the first period. Down 9-0 to begin. Gaffney shoves it to Collins, now to Pearl. Pearl and Bentz both have a foul so far to begin this game. Gaffney brought it in, thought better of it, back up top now to Watkins. Collins staring down Holscher, gets it off to Kraus. Haven't seen much from him in the last little bit either. Back around to Pearl, now to Watkins, left open momentarily, thought better of the 3-point shot. Back to Pearl at the top, inside to Watkins, under the basket. Yeah. You have the Raiders' first point.
Patience, just a little patience will get you a nice shot inside.
9-2, 3:45 to go here in the first period. Gorman working inside, back up top to Holscher. Had 1 big 3 to begin the game. That's number 2.
His man left him. He didn't need 3 people guarding 1. He needed to stay there and wait for the kick out.
10-point differential. Charlevoix finds themselves in a hole, 12-2.
And with Holscher getting started with 2 threes, see if he has quite the night tonight.
There you go.
Nice
Kraus
turnaround.
answers back. 12-5 now the score.
And that'll be good if Kraus can hit a couple of those. That'll bring his defender out. He'll be able to drive off of, who's that? Gorman guarding him right now.
Yep. Gorman to Ryan, inside to Millward. That's that one off to Holscher. 2 for 2 so far from the 3-point arc.
Yeah, we got Pearl starting to front.
Gorman left open there. No good on the long 2. The 3 either by Ryan.
The Pearl's trying to front Millward, which is a good strategy because they'll have backside help. They try to lob it over the top.
Watkins driving along the baseline. Sends that back up top, but Harrison Shepard was there to block things through. Gets the interception, and away we go back to the Gladiators. An errant bounce pass there, back to the hands of the Raiders.
Yeah, good step up by Pearl there. Took the angle away, and that bounce pass not quite close enough, so it trickles out of bounds.
Watkins to Gaffney, 2:30 to go in the first period. 7-point, 12-5 game. Speaking of 5, that's Gaffney to Kraus. Staring down Millward, back to Watkins.
Almost old-fashioned Tom Izzo state weave there. Nice play for 2.
There you go. And that was number 2, Vitaly Collins. Brings it back to a 5-point game, 12-7.
Yeah, there's 3 ways you can actually run that play and get 3 different options with those guards weaving through. If we have time, maybe we'll go over them later.
Yeah. Gorman spinning around, finds himself right at the top of the arc to Holscher. Now to Harrison Shepard in the corner. Gets past Watkins, not able to deliver the layup, and back the other way with Pearl. Whew. Put the brakes on that run, let me tell you. Kraus inside to Collins.
Yeah, leaked in backside again.
7 straight now for Charlevoix in the last minute and a half.
Herschel's made 2 threes and given up 2 easy buckets.
12-9 the score. Holscher finds Millward. And now around we go with Ryan, who had some good threes earlier on this week as well. Put up by Shepard, no good. Watkins.
There's his trailer. And keep your feet.
Minute 10 to go in the first period. Pearl left wide open. That one's just a little bit too heavy. Gaffney there on the rebound. Gets it to Kraus, and the Raiders will reset. Pearl, why not? Takes another 3. That one bounces around and out. Gaffney on the rebound once again, and a 3rd time. To Watkins on the baseline. Not able to deliver on that one. Raiders had 5 chances.
So, yeah, but good activeness by Gaffney around the basket. And looking for a cutter coming in, just didn't get one to fall.
Shepard had the rebound for St. Francis. Gorman not able to deliver, but Millward was right there to clean things up. First point St. Francis has had since about the 3-minute mark in the first period.
Millward just able to out-jump him.
Kraus inside, back to Gaffney. Now to Collins. Floats that one up, around and out. Kraus there on the rebound. Now, big 3 for Gaffney, and it's in.
What I like about that shot from Gaffney is that he went straight up and had his feet planted. Other times he's had problems where he's almost been jumping backwards when he shot that, and it's been off.
Raiders on a 10-2 run here in the closing 3 minutes of this first period to bring them within 2, 14-12. One last shot by Gorman before time expires. Gets it in. Wow.
That is a tough shot. Another thing you're going to have to look out for, well, both teams, I guess, you have to look out for the 3-pointer. You've got St. Francis hitting 3 of those in the first, and Charlevoix hitting 2. 13-12, good job by both teams. A little slow start on the offensive end by the Raiders, but starting to just trying to shake something off. But again, end of the period well, and I believe you've got some bills to pay.
I do. So before we go into our second period, we want to thank a couple of our sponsors. First off, we've got Bingham Insurance. Running a small business can be risky. Boss man Charles knows all about that with Next Level Broadcasting. But one thing you can't leave the chances here. Bingham Insurance wants to help keep you covered from the unexpected from happening. That's Bingham Insurance Company, representing auto owners insurance. We also want to thank Charlevoix State Bank. During a time of mergers, acquisitions, and name changes, the founders of Charlevoix State Bank saw a need for a truly local bank focused on our community and strong customer relationships. Those values continue to drive us today as we support high school athletics through our support of tonight's game. All right, there's a couple taken care of as we get ready to go into our second period of action already. Got a good scoring affair so far, 17-12. Charlevoix had trouble getting anything going the first 3 minutes of the game, but then really kind of turned on the Jets here recently.
Well, again, what I liked in the last minute and a half to 2 minutes, Joe Gaffney kind of came to life. Kind of had an off game, I thought, against Glen Lake. For him, a yeoman's 9 points at Glen Lake, but good to see him very active in the first period.
Charlevoix with the ball to begin. So I get the scoreboard taken care of here.
Pearl on a drive to the right. He's double teamed, and he gets it out to Gaffney. We'll start over. Oh, got it out to Greenacre. Believe he logged a few minutes in the JV game earlier tonight. We got Gaffney back up at the top. He's looking to drive, taking it up strong, and up for 2.
Gaffney floating that one in. Back to a 3-point, 17-14 game. St. Francis still on top. Finding Ryan here. Back over to Isaac Kerr, who just came in here at the quarter break. Shepard now to Gorman, who had that big 3 here just a few moments ago to end the first period. Got tipped away momentarily by Kraus. Back into the hands of Bixby as he drives in. No good. Kerr there to get the rebound and the putback.
Good effort by Pearl. He put a body into him. Just good athleticism by Kerr to get that rebound and put it back.
Charlevoix hanging around but not able to climb the mountain that St. Francis is putting up so far. Still down by 5, 19-14. Watkins to Gaffney. Spinning his way in, floats that one up, underhanded, no good. Back the other way.
That's definitely a Joe Gaffney move and very capable of putting that one in.
Just a little bit off the mark there on the big three from Shepard. The putback no good by Kerr either. Watkins on the rebound. 6:25 to go in the first half. Watkins puts the brakes on. This is out to Greenacre, and up top we go to reset things.
Yeah, they were fortunate to get the offense reset.
Greenacre to Watkins. Back up top to get. Dishes once more to Watkins, left unattended. Just a little bit long there. Picked up by Kerr.
Still doing a good job of getting your weave and trying to get your cuts and stuff inside the basket.
Yeah.
You want to try not to settle for too many threes, though.
Good ball movement on both sides. So far, St. Francis just able to knock a few more in. That one's a little bit off there by Shepard. I apologize, Ryan, as it bounces off the backboard. Pearl going all the way. Gets it right there along the baseline.
Yeah, nice shot by Pearl. St. Francis doing a good job of getting back on defense, so not easy, fast break layups coming for Charlevoix so far in this first half.
Good, even-keeled, evenly matched up game so far between these two. Charlevoix came into this one 3-3. St. Francis 3-2. Plenty of talent here on both sides of the ball. As Pearl comes away with the steal, gets it off to Watkins. Needs some trouble there right at the three-point arc. Gains the ball back into his hands. Tipped away one more time, and that'll be Charlevoix ball.
Yeah, two evenly matched teams, it seems like, and from what we've seen, like around the league, this is going to be a fun league to watch also this year around the area. Again, 3-3 and 3-2. A lot of these teams are just going to beat each other up throughout the season.
You got the likes of Elk Rapids, Harbor Springs hanging right in there at the top as well. Lots of good action here in Northern Michigan. Speaking of good action, we'll be right back on your screens tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it'll be a fun game.
Yeah, Charlevoix and Bel Air. Gaffney not able to connect there on the layup.
Again, another nice spin. Way more active tonight than at Glen Lake. He'll get those to fall once he gets the feeling.
Kerr to Millward. Back over to Bixby, and around we go up top once again to Shepard. Broken up momentarily. Kicked out to the corner. Wickham, no good from three-point land. Kerr on the rebound. Millward wide open for a long two. That one's in and out into the hands of Collins. Watkins drives it all the way. A little bit off the backboard there. Picked up by Kerr.
Yep. Going, trying to get the foul. I don't know if the ref was thinking he was out of control or not, but possibility for a foul there.
And there's a good two brought to you by Isaac Kerr, number 1. 21-16, 3 to 5 point game so far, the last about 6 game minutes. As Collins works his way all the way inside. We'll have a foul coming up here on St. Francis.
Yeah, you have position on him. So if you got position on him and there's no one in front of you, keep going as fast as you can, as hard as you can, and look to go up strong, at least get the foul out of it. You never know, you might get an and-1, but you could at least be shooting free throws depending on the foul count, or at least get the fouls on the other players.
Kraus comes in to replace Watkins for a moment. Collins on the baseline looking for somebody. Gets it off to Pearl, now to Gaffney, thought about the three. Gains it back. We'll have it to Pearl. Tried a couple as well at the beginning of this game. A lot of pickpocketing going on here with St. Francis. Gaffney lets one fly, gets it in.
He knew exactly what he was going to do. That was a very confident looking shot.
21-19. He looked to have his feet set better than what we saw at Glen Lake.
He knew he wanted to take that shot. He made sure he's going through his progressions on that.
St. Francis around the arc, just under 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. 2-point, 21-19 game.
Good hustle by Ryan Pearl getting around that big man down low. Oh, just able to get that rebound.
And there we go. Millward gets his own rebound and puts things right back where he wanted it.
Ryan Pearl still putting in some hard work down there. You can tell he's getting a little red-faced already.
23-19. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Collins to Kraus, works his way inside. This is back over to Pearl. Goes for a long two, just outside. There on the rebound, Gaffney not able to get it in. Gets the rebound again, draws the foul.
At least getting the hack out of it, good effort. But again, how many you can't do too many shoot until you make it's down around there. You got to find a way to get that ball in the hole. But again, at least you're getting a foul.
He jumped up on that rebound. He looked to be twice his height there. That was pretty good.
You know, Gaffney's got some nice springs in those legs.
He's got a couple of offensive rebounds in this game here too so far, gentlemen. I mean, by my unofficial count, he's got 2 offensive rebounds, and a couple of those he wasn't able to secure and fully go back up strongly. But that one he went up strong and kind of decided that he was just going to play through the contact no matter what, and got rewarded with a chance and a trip to a free throw line.
Yes, sir.
1 for 2 there. St. Francis knocked that one away, remaining with Charlevoix.
So again, after what I called a little bit of a slow start for Charlevoix, it's a 3-point game.
Yeah. The first time here to tie the ball game since it was double zeros to begin. 23-20 is the score.
You got some zip on those passes. Just like that.
Newcomer in here this game, Ian Moran. For Charlevoix, Kraus loses his footing momentarily. Back to Gaffney. Around to Collins we go. Drives in momentarily, still looking to get it in, and banks it off the glass for 2. More or less a roll off.
That was a workman's 2 right there for number 2.
Yeah, it was. 1 point affair, 23-22. Good, fast-paced, full of action first half that we've seen so far here in Gladiatorville. As Kraus gets the steal, works his way up court right in front of us. Now gets it off to Pearl. Pearl driving, back over to Collins in the corner.
Nice kick
He'll
out.
work it inside.
Nice hesitation. Oh,
clean block there by St. Francis. Gaffney fights for the rebound in amongst the trees.
We're going to get a foul over here by the side official.
I'll say this, guys. The Gladiators right now not doing a good job of having good, solid closeouts to the perimeter. The Raiders have been punishing bad closeouts right now, as we just saw Collins able to get through and go right by the defender on the closeout.
Well, we've talked about this a lot throughout the season. How many times does a player go for that slight hesitation, whether it's them collecting their feet or just raising the ball a tiny bit for a shot fake? And they come flying out there and they're able to drive.
Travel there on Gaffney.
Everybody loves to block a shot. Too many kids overrun their player.
Wickham right here in front of us lets one fly as he passed it off there to Bixby. No good. Collins taking it back here against Ryan. Back over to Pearl we go. Still a 1 point game, 23-22. Watkins drives in.
Another missed
good.
layup. Yeah. And we got to travel. Oh, lucky they gave it back to him.
Still, if you're Charlevoix, you got to like the shot attempts that you're taking. Everything's either an open three-pointer or at the rim. Both teams right now, I think if you ask coaches what they'd like about their offense or what they wanted to do coming into it, they would say exactly what the team is playing, right now on the floor. Defensively, might be a different story.
Yeah, and also it's kind of switched around a little bit. Charlevoix's been a little bit more of the confident team on the offensive end, and St. Francis not quite having it together, which is down to now a 1 point lead.
Remind you, ladies and gentlemen, St. Francis started with a 10-point, 12-2 lead as Pearl gets a good kick out there off the rebound. Right back to Watkins. That'll go through his fingers, knocked out by Bixby. Raiders will have it once more.
And credit to Charlevoix. They're sticking with their game plan, it looks like. Again, just like the other night, they're looking to try to get that ball and get cuts and weaves and screens and try to get the ball inside or settle for the wide open 3 like Charles was saying. Nice
and
pass.
For the first time this game, Charlevoix takes the lead off a good inbounds pass from Pearl to Watkins. Dumped it in. 24-23. Kraus tried to knock it away from Shepard. Back to the other number 11, Frank Reineck, looking for his first points tonight. Back over to Ryan.
What a fast first half.
Yeah. Heart pounding, feet flying, ball dribbling first half here. Wickham puts up 3, just a bit powerful there on the shot. Back up top to Ryan, looking for a 3 as well. A little short there. 24 seconds and counting. Ryan not able to get the layup. Gets his rebound.
How many rebounds is that, Charles, right now? That's got to be 3 or 4 this possession, right?
That's 3 offensive rebounds this possession.
Both teams doing an excellent job getting the rebounds as we go once again. Working hard for the 2 points there. Got all of that. None other
an official timeout and see if he's got some blood in his mouth or something. They may have to check him out for the last 0.8 of a second.
Yeah.
But again, that's one of those, you get caught ball watching too much. Instead of going and putting a body on them or clearing them out of the way or pinning them under the backboard or under the rim where they can't get that rebound, instead of just ball watching, then it becomes a jump contest.
Well, one thing we know, the Charlevoix is not going to win a lot of height contests between a lot of teams. Right. But they have had some good offensive rebounds here tonight. Joe Gaffney showing that he's willing to mix it up inside. But for them, it's all about gang rebounding, whether you can tip it to one another. If it takes 2 guys to block out Isaiah Millward, then that's what you got to do if you're Charlevoix. But so far, I mean, the second quarter has really been the story of the Charlevoix offensive efficiency, and the turnover bug starting to come back for the Gladiators that we saw last week.
Yeah, down at the Adrian game. Yeah, you're correct.
Big pass to Watkins, spins around, puts it up.
Oh. Looked good till it got there.
Yep. Right. It was perfect distance, just a little bit off the mark to the right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, the first half of action taken care of here in downtown Traverse City, 25-24. We'll be back in a few minutes with your TVC Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Stay tuned.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat.
With unique gifts, home accessories.
Well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
As a small business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The IT hat. And you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Has been providing residential and commercial excavating services in northern Michigan for over 32 years. Their services also include shoreline work as well as commercial and residential snow removal. Based in Traverse City, their services extend throughout the 5-county area, but would love to hear from you about a larger project from outside of the area as well. With a goal in mind to provide the best result for their customers, be sure to give them a call at 231-929-9259 or visit them online at popexcavating.com.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for your Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Shane Smith, Charles Strella, Eric Huffman bringing this one to you live from downtown Traverse City. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway to northern Michigan, and now is the time to fly TVC. TVC Airport will destination anywhere in the world with 6 airlines: Allegiant, American, Avelo, Delta, Sun Country, and United. To plan your next getaway today, visit tvcairport.com. All 3 of us are using them this year, that's for sure. We also want to thank our friends at the Lake House, Eric.
Thank you.
From the moment you walk into the Lake House, the essence of easy living and life on the water shines through. They offer unique gifts including wedding, home accessories, and furry friend items. Our assortment of gifts and home decor is perfect for your home, cottage, or boat. Come visit the Lake House to commemorate your visit to one of Michigan's premier resort destinations. They're located at 403 Bridge Street, or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com. All right, Charles and Eric, we are having a bit of a discussion here about the first half of action that we saw so far. What are some of your opening thoughts here, Eric?
It's a story of 2 periods, I think. I think the game started out, St. Francis had a nice game plan. They had a lot of energy, very active, and Charlevoix trying to find out exactly what they were going to do. A little out of sorts on the offensive end. And St. Francis, I'm not sure, I don't know if they got, 7-point lead or something like that? I don't know how big their
10-point is one time.
10-point lead at one time. And then getting into the second period, almost kind of like a flip the switch. Charlevoix almost started getting very active, and give credit to Joe Gaffney being the tip of the spear, if you want to say, for the Raiders offense, and then being very active at the defensive end too. Not the tallest team in the court tonight, but still very active on the boards on the defensive end too, and a little better continuity at both ends of the floor compared to St. Francis. And able to climb back and get into, and I think they had a slight lead before they're just down a point here at the half.
Yeah, I want to highlight the ability that the Gladiators in the game plan that also Holscher kind of broke the cap off this one with those 2 made 3-pointers early. I believe that the Gladiators are still sitting on, they have 3 made 3-pointers so far. All those came in the first quarter. So, I mean, they're still sitting on that 3 made 3-pointer number. They made 8 in their win versus Adrian Madison, and right now the teams have each made 3 3-point baskets. So probably an indication of why this game is so close right now, just a single digit separating these 2 teams after 2 quarters of play. Eric, I want to get your thoughts on what you think the adjustments could be for each team, starting with Charlevoix, and then I'll talk about what I think the Gladiator adjustments could be coming into this third quarter.
I think for Charlevoix, you need to stick with what you've been doing on the offensive end. It's been working. What you've done in the second period worked. Getting that ball, getting your weaves and your backdoor screens and your backdoor cuts for buckets inside. And then when you're able to get those drives, you've got the defense collapsing and you're getting kickouts for wide open shots. And you're getting the Gladiators, because of your inside and outside game now that's working, you're getting the Gladiators to come out and run at you also. And you've been able to get those slight pump fakes and get the Gladiators up in the air enough to where you can get around that and be able to attack the basket. And either you're getting a foul, like you've gotten 2 on Millward, or you're possibly making a shot or shooting free throws, or at least getting out of bounds if something were to happen. But again, attacking the basket a lot more instead of this east to west stuff.
I think for the Gladiators, a lot of the same stuff, but attacking the basket in a different schematical way. I think you want to get some post touches, maybe even some post high lows. I think that the Raider defense right now, if you can get them into a position where you're forcing a switch or forcing a mismatch or just forcing a situation that is advantageous to this Gladiator offense, whether it's Kerr or Millward inside, both those guys are legit 6'4", 6'5". Now, the other key component of this game that I want to mention, there's only been a total of 4 free throws taken in this game. Obviously, if you get to the free throw line, that's going to build fouls on the opposing team. That will greatly benefit the Gladiator offense right now. Charlevoix really only plays 6 to 7 players, but so far the Gladiators have taken 2 free throws and the Raiders have taken 2 free throws. So I wouldn't be surprised if the officiating stays the same in this game and they're just going to let the players decide this one out on the floor. Really like the way that this one's been called so far.
Yeah, I agree with the officials, what's been going on so far tonight. And with St. Francis, they need to work from the inside out, like you were saying. Get it some bigs touches, whether they're flashing up to the top for a high-low action or they're both setting up down low for some type of opposite screen or trying to get the ball inside somehow. Where Charlevoix is going to work from the outside in instead of the inside out with the way their guards have been playing, the way they've been weaving around and setting their screens, and then looking to get their backdoor cuts on the inside. So two opposite strategies. Both seem to be have worked so far tonight.
Yeah.
A 1-point game. It could come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes in the second half, and it could come down to who has the ball last.
All right, so that'll take care of our Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Before we kick it down here to the floor, we got two more bills to pay. First, we have Collar Clinic. If you're someone who is looking to get back in the hunt this fall but need a solution of keeping track of your hunting dog, then Collar Clinic is just for you, providing hunters peace of mind through offering the widest selection of collars for your canine companions so you can spend more time hunting with your dog instead of looking for them. Visit collarclinic.com or call 800-430-2010 to learn how they can help you or a friend. That's Collar Clinic, the GPS and e-collar specialists since 1968. And we want to thank Martin Concrete. Martin Concrete, located in Charlevoix, specializes in residential concrete construction. They provide prompt, high-quality concrete work and guarantee customer satisfaction. No job for them is too big or small, and their long list of services include foundations, driveways, patios, sidewalks, and so much more. For the company that is proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding area, call Martin Concrete at 231-838-9610 or visit them online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com. So that will take care of that for us here at Next Level Broadcasting.
And away we go.
Yes, indeed. St. Francis to begin this half with the ball. Holscher working against Watkins. Took a while, finally found Ryan at the top here. Back around we go to Shepard. Been a rather quiet night for him scoring so far.
Been waiting to, Kraus hit a three early in the first period, but nothing since. Be nice to get Kraus back in the action.
Big three there taken by Ryan.
Very athletic, able to score. Again, try to get him a little more involved, maybe hit some touches around the inside or a kick out for a three.
Gaffney to Pearl.
Just like they tried to right there.
Yeah. Back out to Kraus, gets that one tipped away as he was working the baseline. Closely contested game between these two evenly matched opponents. 25-24 to begin the second half here. Gaffney to Pearl, back to Kraus. Working against Kerr, now to Gaffney once more. Had a big three earlier, a couple other chip-ins here and there, but fairly quiet from him as well.
Nice look to find Collins.
Ooh, in and out there. He had a good starting first period as well. 6:55 to go here in the third. Big kick out to Millward there, back up top to Ryan once more against Gaffney. St. Francis trying to get something going on the inside. Holscher here once again buried in the corner, inside to Kerr, taken away by Gaffney.
Yeah, Kerr was fortunate too because he pushed off on the back of his defender.
Collins to Watkins, saved that one just in time. Back up to Pearl, now to Kraus, 4-3, just off the front of the rim. Picked up by Watkins, a mess down here on the floor. Finally gets tipped away by Charlevoix. St. Francis has it back.
Now, I will say one thing. We've said this several times. Charlevoix isn't the tallest team on the floor, but man, do they play big.
Yeah.
Even the guards.
Even Gaffney, who's 9', 5'10", jumping up higher than the likes of 6'5" Kerr or Millward.
Yeah, you can't take their size for granted.
Inside, though, to Millward. A little bit too much power there as it sails up and over the hoop. And
he finds the right one.
Collins back up top to Pearl once more. Dribbles, passes it back over to Gaffney. Floats that one up from 6 feet away. No good. Both teams scoreless so far in the opening 2 minutes, 15 seconds of this first half.
Yeah, another decent look inside the paint. Just got to get those to fall.
Shepard working his way around against Collins. And we've got Frank Reineck here, passing it off to Kerr. Off the glass, no good.
Ooh, definitely, yeah, that's quite the crowd to try to hit that pass with. Better off to keep possession, maybe set something up. You weren't going to get anything out of that except either getting knocked out of bounds or a turnover like you did.
Shepard to Ryan, back to Kerr here at the top. Now to Shepard once more. He works his way around. Off to Holscher on the baseline. Puts that one up and over the basket again. Good looks here for St. Francis. Just that basket seems to be about 6 inches too low for what they want to do. Pass to Ryan against Gaffney. Yeah, you look, the average Charlevoix player is about 3 to 4 inches shorter than their St. Francis counterpart. It's quite amazing to see.
And again, you've got players like Ryan Pearl who play about twice as big as he actually is.
In and out somehow. Millward not able to get that one to fall in.
Yeah, again, good position by Kraus. He got underneath them, and then as long as he doesn't undercut Kerr when he goes up, because if Kerr goes up and then he slides underneath him, then that's a foul on him. But he kept his position, then Kerr landed on him for the over the back.
So the first foul for St. Francis, a very low foul count across this game so far. Gaffney crosses the half-court line, gets it to Watkins. 4:30 to go in this third quarter. Not one team has scored yet.
I was just going to say, no points yet.
Yeah. Pearl looking, finds Gaffney, but broken up by his number 5 opposite, Shepard, and he drives in for the first points.
First 2 for Shepard tonight.
Yeah.
He had some big threes down in Aquinas.
Yes, he did. Pearl at the elbow, gets it back over to Collins. On the baseline, kicks it back up top here. Now it's Krause's turn, working against Kerr. Pearl floats that one up just a little bit off the mark as well.
Charlevoix just got to keep going, keep doing what they're doing. Eventually, you know the shots are going to start falling. You just got to keep playing.
Yeah, we saw that big time in the second period to bring Charlevoix back from as much as a 10-point deficit. Gaffney short on that one, gets the rebound though. Pearl fighting for that one. Good clean block there by Kerr. Charlevoix keeps it a little bit longer though. Kick out to Watkins in the far corner, the baseline. Lets that one go past Kraus. Pearl tries to save it.
He tried to put that behind his back, yeah. Yep. That little too fancy, will end up giving the ball back. This is obviously we're over halfway in this third period. It's only a 3-point game, but you still got to play within yourself and not help the other team out.
Yeah. Holscher against Watkins. Loses his footing momentarily, gains the ball back. Finds Millward, big heave across the court to Shepard, inside to Kerr, and delivers.
Yeah, Kerr had nice inside position. Nothing Collins could do. Or Kraus.
5-point lead St. Francis has. Charlevoix has only ever had a 1-point lead. Kraus lets that one go by, and back to St. Francis we go.
A little out of sorts for a minute. You've been playing hard. You still got 4 timeouts left. I know you're worried about keeping them, but maybe get them a quick breather and regroup because you don't want St. Francis to go on a run here. We're at 2:56 left in the third.
Jake Bixby and Luke Gorman come in for St. Francis. Shepard to Ryan. Gets that one back up top to Bixby. Too much there against Gaffney.
Now you
you
need a follower to come in case he misses it. Yep, okay. Kraus is coming in, but you don't know that the bucket is going in. Be there in case it doesn't.
So Luke Gorman comes in, gets his first foul of the game. So far, 3 points for that young man. 2 fouls for St. Francis. And speaking of 2, that's Collins going up to the line for 2 as well.
If he gets any of these, if he gets this one, it'll be Charlevoix's first point of the period.
See if you put the old announcer's jinx on it. There we go.
You're welcome.
Maybe it was me. I counteracted that.
Thank you.
29-25, 4-point game. Shepard and Collins going at it like 2 dogs on a bone.
Nice job by Collins. Kept a low center of balance and moved his feet.
Ryan pulls up for a 3, straight in.
Yeah, Ryan's capable of hitting several in a row, so that's one thing you don't want to see if you are Charlevoix, is letting him hit too many of those.
Boy, did we see that at that Elk Rapids tournament. Ryan was on fire. Gaffney kicks it out to Watkins. 7-point game, 32-25. Charlevoix still looking. They did get the 1 free throw, but that's it so far this period. 2 minutes to go. Another foul coming up on St. Francis, this time Jake Bixby. His first, team's third.
Charlevoix looking to just looking to go through double teams and stuff too much. You got to see that double team coming, or when you're looking to drive, you got to know if there's somebody there that somebody should be open before you get stuck into that double team. Well, you want to talk some offense real quick?
Yeah, let's talk some offense for Charlevoix, currently finding themselves down 7, only 1 point scored in the last 6 minutes.
We joked about that one play in the first half where we talked about that old state weave, two guards going through play. There's actually three ways we used to do it. You'd send the guards. Obviously, you're getting screens from these guys, and we used to send them either underneath and look to get a pass out here, and if one of these bigs stepped out, we'd throw it inside. Another way to do it is when you send your guards down, they would stop, meet, and then come right back out here to the short corner and see if they couldn't get a pass here. If their defender was going to play above the screen, they would stop and pop back out here to the short corner for a shot. So then the other option is to go from the inside and then circle around and then pop back out too, come off the screen here and circle around and come back out for an open shot. So 3 ways you can run that weave.
All right. Charlevoix gets the ball here. Pearl working the baseline, gets it blocked by Gorman. Stuck his big paw up there, gets it back to the Glads. Shepard working across the timeline. Now it's Bixby's turn against several Raiders. Back around we go, and that one gets past Kerr. Pearl takes it back for the Raiders, drives it all the way, clean block by Kerr.
Yeah, Kerr was patient enough and waited around. Good steal by Gaffney, though. Just to say, Kerr was nicely patient and waited for him to go up to be able to block that shot, but good hustle by Gaffney.
Charlevoix gets their 3rd point of the period. This is kind of what we saw this past Monday against Glen Lake as well. They had a great opening half, became rather dead in their 3rd period, and that's how they ended up losing the game.
Looks like a timeout by St. Francis, maybe?
I guess so. Yeah. All right. Well, while we have a moment, we'll step away for a quick commercial break and come back in about 1 minute. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of game left to go here.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods, with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
And coming back into this one, ladies and gentlemen, just about a minute to go here to wrap things up in the 3rd. St. Francis with the ball, Millward here, staring down Pearl, gets it back over to Shepard. Charlevoix, for only scoring 3 points, is only down 5 points so far in this 3rd period. We've got a travel, a foul coming up.
Foul from behind.
Yeah. So that'll go on Gaffney, his first. So far, 11 points for him. Scored in this game. Finding Ryan here off the inbound pass. Gaffney poking around a little bit, seeing if he can't find the ball. And Ryan lets that one go back to Charlevoix.
Good interior defense. Pearl making sure he knew where his man on the ball was all the time, being in a good position, so no interior passing happening. You had Kraus coming over, getting ready to help as Pearl's getting ready to come out and stop that drive. So good job in the paint by the Raider D.
Just under 30 seconds to go. Charlevoix trying to get it back to a 1-possession game. Watkins on the baseline, gets that one up and in.
Well, he's really done a good job the last 2 games being able to get that ball inside, and create a nice shot.
Yeah. 32-29, Shepard off to Gorman for 3, and it's in. The big man.
Second shot of the night, second 3 of the night.
Watkins tries to answer back, gets it in right at the buzzer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fire of a game. 35-32. My goodness, 3 points separate these two teams as we go into the fourth period of action. Charlevoix with only 8 points, Eric, but they're still finding a way to keep themselves in this one.
Well, again, 8 points and then 10 points for St. Francis, but again, nobody scored for about half of that period.
Yeah, big defensive battle so far. Charles, we got word from Big Man upstairs. We're gonna send it to a commercial break, so we will be back on the other side of this.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime, engineered to be stronger. Our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
And coming back into this one, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in as we get ready to begin our fourth and final period of action here, ladies and gentlemen. Eric, I'm going to have you take it away for me for a moment as I get our scoreboard and everything taken care of.
Yeah, sir. You got Collins up on the point, looking to drive, going up on the right side. Nice look off the glass, but not able to finish. Rebound by the Glads. Charlevoix looking to get back, stop the ball. And you've got Holscher coming up, going to set the point up against Logan Watkins. You got to watch those hand checks up on the top. You got some weave action. Nice dive by Watkins, keeping it active. We're going to keep possession for St. Francis. Charlevoix going to reset their defense, and when St. Francis going to reset their offense, and away we go again. Millward out on the wing. Nice jump down to Holscher. Nice block by Vitaly Collins. Still knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay Gladiator basketball.
Charlevoix doing an excellent job defensively so far. Again, allowing this high-flying St. Francis offense to only score 8 points. St. Francis doing the very same for Charlevoix, keeping them to 8. 18 combined here in the third period. That's what we saw Charlevoix's loss, though, against Glen Lake here on Monday. Had a great first half, kind of died off in the third, came back strong in the fourth, just not enough. See if they can change things here in this game. Shepard open for a three, no good. Picked up by Bixby. Floats that one up from 8 feet away, no good as well. Millward tries to save things, indeed does. Back up top.
4 offensive rebounds this possession.
Could that be fatigue at all, Eric, on the defensive glass?
You can see it starting to be a little bit of fatigue, but again, you got to put a body on someone and put your hip into them and then establish position and go up strong.
Kraus broke things up there. Foul coming up on him.
I got called a foul. And you can see I'm not the biggest and tallest man in the world, but I got a foul called on me because I boxed a guy out too much.
I apologize. My eyes saw that was Kraus right there as he got hands in to break that up, but it'll actually go on Gaffney. So that'll be his second foul here. Up and away the 3 ball, no good. That was Bixby. Pearl up court to Watkins. Drives all the way in. Short on the shot. Back for the rebound and puts it in.
Fortunate, the issue with that was Watkins was more looking for the contact instead of the shot. Fortunately, he got it back and was able to finish.
And Watkins has the last 7 for Charlevoix on offense.
Just over 6 minutes to go. Luke Gorman from just on top of the free throw line, no good. He had a couple big threes so far in this game for the 6'3" gentleman there.
Now going for shot fakes will be very important with a 1-point game because you're going to be giving up dribble drives.
Holscher inside. Luke Gorman to Isaiah Millward.
Millward for 2. Nice advance. He caught him. If you get him out of position, might be able to get a quick score.
Watkins pumps the brakes, gets it off to Gaffney. Just a little bit off there. Did not get his feet set. 5:45 to go in the game. 37-34.
And again, you may shoot with confidence, so let's make sure, especially with a 3-point game, because now you went down, took a quick shot. Might not have been the greatest shot, and now you gave up a bucket down here, and you're down 5.
Yep. 39-34, 5.5 to go. Too much for Kraus. He goes out of bounds. And that'll be right back to St. Francis.
Just want to talk about the most recent 4-point run for the Gladiators. Luke Gorman caught that pick and roll and played out of the pocket, which in basketball terms is playing out of the pocket between the help roll defender and then the guy who has the basketball before passing it to you, and then finding the dump down dish to Millward underneath. That was a good job, and it takes a skilled player to do that. Well executed by Gorman.
Isaac Kerr in this one. Back off to Holscher, just short there on the 3-ball. A couple of big shots by him. He got the scoring party going early on in the game. Watkins thought about it, drives inside instead, and broken up there by Shepard. The pass intended for Kraus.
I think he thought he was going to get defensive help over to him and was looking for the pass.
St. Francis here looking to make it a 3-possession game. Currently up by 5, 39-34. And that'll be a big foul coming up on Kraus.
Yeah, if Kraus doesn't take that foul, guys, that's an easy basket inside for Kerr. Just send him to the line.
At least he's got to earn it. And again, Jackson Kraus hit a 3-pointer early on in the first period and has not scored since.
Does draw his first foul, though. Kerr gets that one off the heel there.
Eric, how much doesn't change things when you have somebody like Luke Gorman who can step out and make 3-pointers as a big guy? You know, playing the 4 with this lineup, he's playing the 5. He's made 2 3-pointers in this game. It really draws Charlevoix out away from the basket, maybe also helping the Glads on the offensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can do that, I'll find any other type of mismatch. Like if you've got a decent guard against a weaker guard, if you can pull the big people out, I'll even reverse it and play post-ups with the guards down low. Kind of like, again, I know we brought up the Glen Lake game quite a bit, but Ryan Pearl was pulling Plamanen out, and that would help Charlevoix get all that action on the inside the other night.
The inbounds pass broken up, Bixby taking it now for St. Francis. Once again, Glad's up by 5 as number 5 Shepard takes it. Working against Collins.
4 minutes to go, you go down 7. I might call a timeout and regroup, but we'll see.
Charlevoix still with 3 to give so far in this game. Holscher to Gorman. Time winding down here, under 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, they're trying to get a little more active. Obviously, clock running down, and they're down, so they're trying to opportunities for steals. Over the back. Good position by Kraus that time.
I'll go on Isaac Kerr, his second.
So, Eric, you and I talked about it. Charlevoix has played 3 close games in all the games that they've lost, and they just don't really seem like they've got a go-to guy in the 4th quarter here. What kind of set do you like for Charlevoix to maybe call out here and get a good open look?
I want the ball in Gaffney's hands to start, and so I'm going to set up something for him and help him create, and I'm going to give him options off of him creating. I actually have, it's amazing you say that, I actually have the perfect play drawn up on the whiteboard if we get a moment.
Holscher breaks things up there. St. Francis with the ball once again, 3:18 and counting to go still. 5-point affair, 39-34.
Some type of screen, whether it's a double screen, whether he starts out on the wing or down low and comes up through a double screen, goes through a double screen out to the wing, or you just pass it off and try to get it back to him off of the screen. I'm looking for him first, get everyone to collapse on him. If he can't attack or make a basket, he's able to make that pass for a kick out or a dump down low or in the opposite block.
Well, we got a timeout. How about you go ahead and take us through that illustration?
You got her. We got our board up on the.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's just call this simple. X is O's offense, X is defense. We're just going to call this 13, obviously, because the 1 and the 3, that's the reference for the players and everybody else. So you just want to, let's just say we're going to go on the right side. Let's dribble here. And so if we go to the right, this guy's going to stay on this side. But if we were to go to the left, if we were to go to this side, he'd want to set up over here. So we want him away from where the action's going. So we've got him on this side with this defender. So once the pass goes here, we're going to pretend like we're going to flash over here hard and pick this guy, but what we're doing is we're stopping and then coming back around this screen and looking to get it here and a pass for a layup, or this defender comes over to stop and it's a pass here, or this guy sees what's going on, drops down, and he's either out of position while he goes up strong, or we've got a wide open guy here at the free throw line for an open shot. So again, you've got more than just him trying to get open for a shot. You've got 1, 2, three, and possibly a kick out for 4 options on a play that should take under 10 seconds.
And that's something that for Charlevoix could do, get a quick, clean look. We saw it a couple times ago, maybe actually earlier on in this fourth quarter, where the Gladiators had a quick skip pass on a reversal, and then Isaac Kerr just came across the paint and caught it and then turned around and shot it up, making a nice little 8-foot turnaround jump shot. That's something that I'm looking for the Gladiators here, maybe coming out of this timeout, getting into a big guy inside.
St. Francis with it here. Ryan double teamed right there, buried in the corner. Shoves it back up top to Shepard. Millward there somehow saved it. Charlevoix comes away with it after prying it away from Bixby's hands. And Watkins brings it back across the half-court line. Big pass up to Collins here. And an active first period and scoring, not much sense. Watkins thought about it. Goes up for the 6-footer instead, no good. Into the hands of Ryan and the rest of the Glads.
Yeah, we're going to have to. We settled for that shot, and now we can't just sit back on defense. We've got to get up and get on the ball. We got to start trying to, just like he did, maybe go for the steal. If not, at least get the foul call, stop the clock.
And I got to say, I think Watkins turned down an open shot and took a harder shot. That three-pointer in the corner is the shot that he's got to take, because that's your more open shot. Or give the shot fake and then reset yourself, take that corner three. I thought he had a really clean look from three. Glads catch a break there because Watkins is a pretty good three-point shooter.
Well, again, I'm wanting open shots in under 10 seconds and then playing hard defense and trying to get that ball back. If I'm spending more than 10 seconds on offense, being down 5 points with 2.5 to go, then I am wasting time. Quick screen, a couple quick passes, a good shot, get yourself on defense, maybe set up a press, either full court or half court.
Shepard to Ryan, and that's why Eric Huffman was a winning coach for over 25 years in the Harbor Springs area. Ryan lets that one fly to Coach Finnegan. Not happy about that one.
And this is sometimes
go ahead. A little too aggressive with the lead. That's all I was going to say.
I was just going to say this is sometimes where having youthful guards can kind of show up in these games as you're trying to salt it away, get it inside or get fouled, get to the free throw line. Gladiators now with back-to-back turnovers on their most recent possessions.
And I wouldn't be afraid, even with 2:30 to go, going 50 like I've done it before and doing 5 out on the perimeter and looking for dribble drives and replace off the pass. And we can go over that too if we get a timeout again. There's no sense attacking when you're up. Make them come out to you and look to get the open shot. Nice three.
Where did that come from? Ryan Pearl.
First point since the second.
Brings us back to a much more manageable game for Charlevoix. 2 points separate the two teams. Minute 45 to go, 39-37. Pass broken up by Pearl. Got the steal and the three-point bucket just a moment ago.
Tried to thread the needle through the crowd. Yeah, we just want to keep possession. We got a minute and a half. You're only down 2 points. We didn't need a shot or a bucket within 5 seconds of getting that steal. We wanted a good shot.
Thankfully for the Raiders, Bixby tried to get the errant pass. Careen's out of bounds, so the Raiders will have it back here. 95 seconds to go in the game, 39-37.
Yeah, good double screen for somebody to get the ball inbounded at least.
It's a tough, very, very hard spot to inbound the ball from here. I mean, you're not on the baseline, you're not on the sideline.
No.
You're right in the corner.
And you're almost setting yourself up for a trap if you put the ball in the wrong spot.
I mean, there's really about your 4 most likely passes here to inbound this ball are all trapping zones.
Pearl lets one fly to Gaffney, and he'll take it all the way back to the other end of the court. Yeah. Minute 30 to go.
Hopefully he knows, too, that he's got 3 timeouts left if he's not going to get that ball inbounded in time. Oh, 2? Oh, there it is. I was looking at fouls. My bad. But he still had timeouts.
Yeah. Gaffney double teamed here, finding trouble, gets it off to Pearl in time. Minute 16 to go. Pearl works it back up top to Watkins. Now to Gaffney from way downtown, gets it in. Woo. Wow. Woo. He just looked good on that shot. You knew he had it in. 40-39. Charlevoix up over the Raiders. Charlevoix up over the Glads for only the second time.
Yeah, he was dead focused on the rim on that shot.
Whew, get my tongue tied here. What an exciting game, right down to the finish. 1 point difference between the two teams. Driving all the way, Gorman.
Nice pass on the backside.
That's Millward there, gets the good roll for the Glads. Back to a 1 point lead, 41-40.
I'd say Millward's kind of the go-to guy also. Yep, and the thing, and Glads can go for these steals or whatever because that's only the second foul for this period too.
I really like that empty side ball screen there, Eric, to get a nice look for Isaiah Millward. I mean,
all the action away from him, and he was able to slide in.
Maybe we can draw that up on the coaches' cam, because the empty side ball screen is exactly what they just ran the Glads to get that Isaiah Millward easy basket. You just clear out the side, run the ball screen on that side, and then you get the roll. And Millward going to the basket right now against this size of Charlevoix is pretty much uncontested in terms of if it's a one-on-one type of situation. He's going to finish that one at the rim, and you'll see it here illustrated by our very own Eric Huffman.
A lot of times what you can get, obviously you're going to make your action away from here, and you may even want to do some of this and whatnot, but after that, you're going to come up. You want to come up and set all of this with this action going on, and you could set this screen, have this guy flash up high or flash across, but then if you could get it to this high post, and then you come up here and set this screen, and then you've got nothing but open floor over here for this guy to get a bounce pass for a shot. And the other way, real quick, what we talked about for offense for the Glads when they had the bigger lead, instead of looking for offense, is just go 50, go 5 out and 0 in, and just look to attack. And when they collapse on you, pass it out to the open guy. He dribbles and replaces, and you replace him. And it's the same thing going on and going on. And you can do it and do it and do it until they foul you or the time runs out, or you can change it up. Right, instead of 50, I would call it 51. Where you would look to drive, and I would say the only thing you get is a wide open layup, or a lot of times these guys will slide in to stop the drive, and you've got an open guy here at the short corner.
All right. Well, let's see what the Raiders and the Glads have to come up with here. 31.
But don't help the defense out by compacting your offense.
31.9 seconds to go. Charlevoix down 1. Collins to Pearl. Now to Gaffney, to Collins once more.
Who touches the ball first?
21 seconds and counting. Watkins finds Kraus. Now to Pearl. Time ticking here, the tension building in the gymnasium. 10 seconds. Watkins under there, no good.
Nice.
Kraus on the putback.
Nice follow by Kraus.
Timeout called all over the place by Coach Sean Finnegan. 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, what was nice with Charlevoix is they were running their action, and they were ending up with 4 guys on one side with 1 on the weak, almost kind of something we were just talking about. And when it didn't work, they just kind of worked their way and switched the court and did the same thing on the other side. Ended up with 4 on one side and 1 on the weak side. And they're able to get a drive at the basket. Unfortunately, Kraus had a nice follow-in for the rebound putback.
5 seconds to go, 1 point game, 42-41. And we are going to cut it to a quick commercial break here, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on to your seats. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. Stay tuned.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All right, coming back in. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Eric, we got a close one here. What are your thoughts for St. Francis? You're down 1. You have 5 seconds to go and get it up court and get a shot in.
Yeah, I mean, you've been able to take advantage of your bigs. I mean, you just ran a nice play last time to get an opposite side drive in for a bucket. So I think, again, you've got, 5.2 seconds left. Yep. You've got the full length of the court. You're going to get picked up man-to-man full court. You don't want to give up anything deep if you're Charlevoix. You need some type of screen to get it to your guard, and you're going to need some type of other screen past half court to set some guy open. Didn't he step across the line there?
I don't know, but he called timeout just in time.
You had Coach Tro over here jumping up and down because from over here it looked like he stepped across the line, and you had St. Francis call timeout.
Well, we'll have to see. So the suspense builds. We keep things going. We've got one last commercial we need to take care of to fill out our money bags for this evening, and then we'll be all taken care of, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Is he 1? Or no, he's 2.
Yep. I'm 2. Shane's 1.
I got 2 and 4.
We're back in, ladies and gentlemen, with just 10 seconds left to go here until this timeout comes away. St. Francis with the ball, 5 seconds to go, down 1. Got to get it all the way up court here and a shot off, and 5 ticks on the clock.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if Holster's going to run up to get the ball, which it looks like he is. Yep, there's a fake. Nice job to get it inbound. Nice over the top.
Oh! The game winner, just too hard by Isaiah Millward. Fought it off the rim there, and ladies and gentlemen, Charlevoix comes away and a nail-biter, a close one here, 42-41.
St. Francis had the setup.
Yep.
They got it down to Millward, which is what they did last time. Nice look at the basket. The only thing, he might have been caught just a little too far underneath when he went up. That would be the only thing hampering that shot, and just unfortunate that it didn't do the victory lap and roll in.
Not only that, but you had Kraus there bringing down the hammer as well, swinging in front of Millward for his, what would have been his first shot. Kraus came swinging through, so he had to take a moment, pause, and then go back up for it, so that might have knocked him off balance a little bit as well. But irregardless.
What a great game.
Yeah, my goodness, a great game indeed. Charlevoix comes away with a nail-biter here. They kind of fought their demons after the Glen Lake game. They had a very lackluster third period, were able to come back and outmuscle their opponent. This time they had the St. Francis in the fourth period, and finally won out a close one.
And good, hard-fought win, and again, able to scrap one out for once.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to look for going forward, and Charles has reflected on it too, is we're looking for that go-to closer.
Yep.
Granted, it looks like they could go to 3 or 4 guys possibly, but who's that one that's going to say, I want the ball, and we're going to draw something up for him, and then see what happens. But again, still a nice comeback and great victory for Charlevoix.
My thoughts on this one, gentlemen, as you kind of touched on it there, I'm going to look at this from the Gladiators standpoint and perspective, point of view, if you will. You get the shot you wanted on the potential game-winning basket, just unable to knock it down. It just seems that this team struggles with consistency way too much. And this is something that I think they should be able to clean up as they can practice more and more and more often. I believe their final tally tonight was 5 or 6 made three-pointers for Traverse City St. Francis, which is kind of their average on the season. They made 8 last Saturday, but the difference between tonight's game and last Saturday's game is they didn't make as many three-pointers, they didn't shoot as many free throws, and they still turned the ball over the same amount of times. I mean, coming down that fourth quarter stretch run, the Gladiator offense was really impeded by this kind of half-court trapping style that the Raiders were playing I'd say under the 5-minute mark, it seemed like the Raiders kind of came into that trap, or like right around the 3-minute, 40-second mark, it seemed like they really started to pick up the defensive intensity. And the Gladiators weren't able to handle that. And those couple sequences of turnovers, I believe the Raiders got 6 points off of turnovers on back-to-back possessions on three-pointers by Ryan Pearl and Joe Gaffney, and they took the lead on that Joe Gaffney shot. And to me, that was the difference in the game in that fourth quarter stretch. The Raiders found a way to get quality shots off of turnovers, whereas the Gladiators weren't able to do the same.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if either team would have put on a consistent full court pressure or some type of half-court trap consistently, and seeing if you'd have been able to wear the other team down instead of just showing maybe a full court man and walking down them, maybe showing some type of box press or zone press just to say, hey, we're going to show you the double teams, and you're going to have to move the ball around and whatnot. And as the game goes on, we're going to wear you down. And then that's when your turnovers and stuff happen. You're able to take over a game. But again, yeah, reiterating to the three-pointers, St. Francis ended up with 5 tonight. Charlevoix hit 6 threes tonight.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll take care of it for us here at Next Level Broadcasting. Events to come up here in the next 2 days. Charles has
a great one tomorrow.
That's right. Charles has the annual Veterans Cup Hockey Tournament. That'll be right here in Traverse City. That'll be on this channel, Next Level Broadcasting, tomorrow. Coverage starting at about 12:30. Eric and I will be back up in Charlevoix as the Raiders take on the Bel Air Eagles. What a great game that'll be, ladies and gentlemen. 2 high-flying teams, one from the Ski Valley, one from the LMC. So for all of us here at Next Level Broadcasting, Charles Strail, Eric Huffman, myself, Shane Smith, thank you all so much for tuning in. Tune in with us tomorrow for some more great action between Raider Athletics, that YouTube page, and Next Level Broadcasting. Until then, we hope that you have a great night, and thank you for watching.